Chef Cammy here, and today we're going to be making Spanish rice. And this is my favorite pickle.
Chef Zach here, and we're going to do some prep work before Cammy's going to take over and show you how to make some Spanish rice. I'm going to go and knock this out for you right quick and kind of show you what I do. Take your onion, keep it in the bear claw, remember the crab pinch. We're going to cut off the non-rooted end of the onion. Go ahead and toss that. Go ahead and cut it in half, like so. Set one part aside. We're going to peel off all that kind of excess rubbish on the outer layer. Toss that. Board a little bit. Alright, so we're going for a dice here. To keep it nice and uniform, you want to go horizontal, starting at the top, and still kind of keep it a bear claw. Now you'll notice my hand isn't in the crab pinch right now. And that's okay for something like this, considering my hands can't exactly get up there comfortably. So what you want to do is make sure you can just drop the crab pinch a little bit. Just keep a nice firm hold on it. So after those horizontal lines, we're going to go vertical, down the length. Then along the width. And if you notice, it's coming out some beautiful dices for the onion. Careful when wiping off the knife. Get rid of the butt. We're going to set that aside. I'll cut that for you in a moment. Let's get going. I'm going to show you how I dice a red pepper. Going to cut off the top. I'm going to cut off the bottom. Alright. Now if you see in there you got the little bowl, go ahead and cut down one side. With your hands you pop it open. Rip out the guts. There's little white vine things there. Now you have a flat one to work with. What I like to do is cut it into sticks, like so. And you take these sticks, two nice dices. Now be careful once you get to that end. Take it slow if you need to. That is how we dice some white onion and some red pepper. Cammy will go ahead and take over from here.
Hi guys, Chef Cammy here, and today we are going to make some Spanish rice, right? So first of all, our onions and our peppers have been cut by Chef Zach. Here is our rice, and I am first going to rinse this, and simultaneously I'm going to boil 2.5 cups of water, right? So I'm going to go ahead over to the stove.
This seems like something that needs an adult.
I'm an adult!
Alright guys, we're going to start by boiling our water. So I'm going to go ahead and pour our 2.5 cups of water in here. And then I'm going to turn the stove on, where we are going to keep this at a nice medium level. And then, you don't have to do this, but out of habit, I usually like to add a little pinch of salt whenever I'm boiling water, just kind of superstition. Alright, while our water's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and rinse our rice, okay? So this might take a couple of rinses. Just turn your sink on, cold water's fine, and you're just going to fill it up, push your rice around a little bit, and then you're going to have a couple of floating on the top, it's fine, give them a minute to kind of sink down. And if you have something to drain, that's fine, but all you really need to do is just butter off the top, see how that goes, and if you lose a few grains of rice, that's fine. guys, now I'm going to go ahead and add my rice to my boiling water. Now, it is important to check in on your rice. Never leave anything on the stove without checking on it. Your rice should cook for about 15 minutes or so. And generally the way that I test my rice is when it looks like it's about ready, I get a little spoon and I dip it in there and I just try 1 or 2 grains to see if it's the right consistency, right? Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and prepare our sauce for our Spanish rice. I'm going to turn on our stove. Remember, just a nice medium heat. We are going to saute some vegetables first. So, take a little bit of olive oil and lubricate our pan. Then I'm going to take our onions. There. Pepper. Garlic. Put it in. I am going to use a rubber spatula to mix this up. Okay. I like to call this sweating out the vegetables. You'll notice that the onions go from like a white color to like very clear, and then the peppers, they get a little bit softer too. Really and truly, you just need them to be a little bit softer, like I said, it's called sweating. Hi guys, now that our vegetables have been properly sauteed, we have a very nice color. I'm going to go ahead and add our tomato sauce. Excellent. We've got some cumin, and we've got some paprika, pepper, salt, and the most important spice of all, chili powder. Now, be careful with this one. We have a recommendation for the amount, but if you don't like yours so spicy, then you can add a little bit less, okay? Now, I'm going to mix all of our spices together. And again, all of these spices, the recommendations on there should be fine, but again, if you want a little bit less pepper, you can add a little bit less. You can always add more later, or if you want a little less paprika, you can add a little less, you can add more later. Now we're going to add our rice. Stir this up, and it's still in a nice low heat, low to medium. We're going to let this cook a little bit longer, okay? Okay. What we're going to do is add our finishing touches to our rice. Here I have some lime, and I'm going to take this fork. This is a very interesting way to squeeze. So if you take your fork and you sort of use it to twist, you can get much more juice out this way. You want to get as much as you can in there. Last but not least, our cilantro, which you can either chop up very finely, that's called mincing, or you can just tear it with your hands, it's fine. All in there. It's going to be really good. This is fresh from our garden too. And then I'm going to stir it up. Very nice. And then you can let that sit for just a little while and let the rice soak up the juices. And then